Bonjour, Annie, bonsoir, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. My name is Coco Lorraine and I'm happy to be here. Oh, oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, what about the overcrowded? How much more abuse from man can she stand? Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, radiation in the ground and in the sky. Animals and birds that live nearby dying. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? Tonight, we are talking about the mercy that all of you provide. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Please take your seats, and as we welcome you to this wonderful event, to be. You see, tonight we're going to be talking about the movers and the shakers, the angels, all the individuals here tonight. I am your host and MC, Coco Lorraine Vera. Mercy, mercy me. They call me the singing MC. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. Now, I'm still hearing a little bit of chatter, but I'd like you all to relax. We need mercy now more urgently. Help it show us and receive. There's no better place than this right here. 'Cause you are together. Let mercy hear our painful cry of every mother who has sons to die. Mercy on our souls today. Oh, please make a way. We're just gonna wait for a few more people to come through the door. Please take your seats. Yeah, we need mercy now more urgently. I'm gonna start coming down and talking to people in this room because you all are not paying attention. And I need you to sit, so I'm gonna come by. I need you to take your seats. I need you to take your seats. I need you to stop talking right now. And I promise somehow we're gonna get better. We're gonna get better. Oh. Put your hands together, everybody. Y'all have me running up these stairs back to the podium to my notes. My name is Coco Lorraine Vera. Bonjour, Annie, bonsoir, good evening. Welcome everyone to the 2024 Transformative Change Awards. I am your musical MC, Coco Lorraine Vera. Happy to be here with you for the second year in a row. I'm very excited to be back with you to celebrate community health champions and health equity heroes and she-ros and they rose and we rose across the province. Yes, yes, or yes. I gave you 3 options. Yes, yes, or yes. Before we begin, I must acknowledge that the land on which we gather has been home to First Nations people from time immemorial. we acknowledge that what we now call Richmond Hill, is the treaty lands and territories of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nations and the Mississaugas and Chippewa Nation of the Williams Treaty. We also recognize that it is part of the traditional territories of Haudenosaunee, of the Huron-Wendat. This land is covered by the dish with one spoon, one pot belt covenant between the Haudenosaunee Confederacy and the Anishinaabe, including allied nations, to peaceably share and protect the resources around the Great Lakes. This territory has always been a vibrant gathering place for all nations, and Indigenous people from all over North America are living here today. We are very grateful to have the opportunity to hold this celebration on this territory. Yes? Yes. Miigwech. So, thank you for joining us tonight for the Transformative Change Awards Gala. You all are looking fabulous, by the way. I mean, a lot has happened since we last met here a year ago. There have been our fair share of challenges. World events, the impacts of which reverberate across the globe and affect the people and communities you serve. Challenges in the health and social services system have come way too close to home. Rising homelessness and drug poisoning crisis, among many others. These challenges have a profound impact, not only on the clients, but also on healthcare providers, all the people in this room. How many of you have taken your vacation hours? How many of you have gotten a massage that you're, There's only 5 people over here and 2 people over there. Don't make me come down there again, because I will. Could you imagine healthcare providers not providing healthcare for themselves? Well, I never, darling. It's important to acknowledge that, but it's also important to celebrate the success stories. Celebrate success. Come on. Celebrate. Celebrate success. Come on. We're going to dance later. Watch. And there have been a lot of them over the past year. I'm happy that we are gathered here tonight to honor people and teams behind some of those successes. We will hear stories of confronting and dismantling barriers to health and well-being, of finding new solutions to long-lasting problems, stories of leading change, of nurturing trusting relationships, weaving connections, and building strong, vibrant communities where everyone belongs. Yes? Yes or yes? First and foremost, however, there will be stories of hope, courage, and unconditional radical love. Ooh, I love that. Look at the neighbor beside you, someone beside you, and say, radical love. It's what we do. Radical love. Radical love. Yes. Yes. No. Wait. You gotta have attitude when you do it. You gotta do radical love, baby. It's what we do up in here. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you for laughing at my jokes. I really love you guys. So we have a great evening ahead of you. We will present 3 Transformative Change Awards, and we have a few individual awards to give out too. After the awards ceremony, we'll have a delicious dinner. Who's hungry? And we'll cap the evening off with some dancing. Right? We're going to get up and boogie on through. Now, I would like to invite to the stage Aniko, Board Chair of the Alliance for Healthier Communities. Please put your hands together and welcome her to the stage! Woo! Hey, there she is. Aniko. Sorry.
Thank you, Coco. I'm getting used to this. Good evening, everyone. For the past few years, I've watched the Transformative Change Awards Gala from the floor, always moved and inspired, and I was moved this afternoon when the first award was presented, by examples of innovative thinking, unwavering dedication to clients and community, and commitment to health equity. Tonight, I am thrilled to join Coco on stage to celebrate inspiring work happening in the community health sector across all of Ontario. This morning, we kicked off our annual conference that is all about reimagining the future of primary health care and working together with clients, communities, and partners across the health, social, and community services systems to make this future a reality. Co-creation, collaboration, community are at the core of the work Alliance members do. And these foundational principles, without a doubt, drive the work of the award recipients we will be honoring tonight. Before we begin, I want to recognize on behalf of the board all Transformative Change Award nominees and the amazing work that you do in various communities across Ontario. As you can see on the screen, we received a lot of incredible nominations this year, and choosing only 3 Transformative Change Award recipients and 3 individual award recipients was not an easy task. That's why special thanks go to the Award Selection Committee, who took the time to review all the nominations and helped the board choose this year's recipients. A round of applause, please, for all the nominees and selection committee members. And now back to Coco to introduce the first Transformative Change Award recipient of the night.
Yes. The first award goes to East Effort. An East Toronto collaborative led by Flemington Health Centre. I'm from Scarborough, y'all, so East Effort is a collaborative program that launched in East Toronto in 2021 to address the urgent needs of equity-deserving communities during the pandemic. Now, over 3 years, the program has reached, drumroll, over 140,000 people. And they partnered with over 30 organizations. How do they do it? I'm glad you asked. Community health ambassadors are the key to the program's success, being able to speak the language of the community in every way possible. Ambassadors have been working to build trust in the community and connect people to the supports and the services that they need. Now, with the focus shifting away from the pandemic, they continue to use lessons learned and the connections they've built to address other barriers to good health and well-being that exists in their community. Let's take a look at the video and see what they're up to.
I'm really proud of the East Effort program. It's a program that started in 2021 out of the extreme need in the pandemic. We had to figure out a way to reach these communities, provide support, access to testing, access to support for isolation, access to vaccines. And in that moment, we realized that it was the community themselves
the neighbors, the folks that lived in the high rises, that were calming people down, that were speaking the right language, literally and metaphorically. We created the Community Health Ambassador Program.
I have been living in the Flemington Park for more than 2 decades. I retired in 2017 and then started volunteering in the community. I joined Flemington Health Center as a community health ambassador lead and started doing the vaccine engagement work.
Flemington Park and Thorncliffe Park originally had some of the lowest vaccine rates, and through the Community Health Ambassador Program, we actually got above the City of Toronto average. We're really proud of that.
We brought clinics to the buildings. We went to the shopping malls. We went to the doors of the people.
I've been living in Flemington for 30 years. So now I know I am the president of this building in Flemington. During COVID period, they approached me and they told me to bring a pop-up medical center here in the building, in the area.
And it's very important for the communities to have these opportunities to have you guys come in and be able to do everything locally.
So we made aware of them of what is available and connected them with whatever they needed, be it food bank, be it mental health support.
Well, for example, I have some mental health issues, and I've been guided through this program. I've been guided to several different services that are available.
One of the main reasons why the community health ambassador model has been so successful is because the community health ambassadors, they have lived experience in the community. The community trusts them.
There was a huge impact there. So the trust that was already there because of neighbors became also a trust in the system.
Trust and understanding that we have this enormous set of assets in our community that we now need to leverage.
So I think the other thing with the East Effort program that became critical is the group of partners that came together was a larger group of folks that were endorsing this program. It is governed by a group of community residents and service providers. We disperse the funding throughout the neighborhood to grassroots groups.
So this model, it needs to be replicated, not only in this community, but also in other equity deserving communities in order to bring them, up to speed, in order to help them get the services that they really need.
So we've continued to build on the work that we did during COVID with our community health ambassadors and have moved on now to other types of programs, services, and outreach to community. We are currently doing a survey on equity using health ambassadors to actually go door to door and ask people questions about basic equity details, demographics, about them, but also about their basic health needs.
I'm 71 and I still, I would love to serve my community, and I don't find any better way of serving my community than continuing with my role as a community health ambassador, because this makes a lot of difference in the health and well-being of my community.
Now, I'd like to invite on stage the East Effort team. applause, family. Selfie! I love it. Thank you for all your dedication. This is phenomenal. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Alliance for Healthy Communities, selection committees for recognizing our efforts, the East efforts. The East Effort project that included many community-centered initiatives, such as increasing community awareness of the community, COVID testing and vaccination sites and processes, some of this that you have seen in the video, enhancing centralized community supports, for example, community hotline, mobilizing of community health ambassadors team in the key priority neighborhoods in East Toronto that was so needed at the time of the pandemic. Implementing of one-time support for individual and family support fund during the pandemic, that was something very unique that we have been able to do for the community. Enhancing of food distribution and PPE programs in the key neighborhoods involving our grassroots leaders, the grassroots organizations, and going in deep at the hyperlocal level. And that was also very essential at the time of the pandemic. Taking initiatives on the development and promotions of resources and information for community members on COVID safety and vaccination, and now responding to the post-pandemic support. Supporting community-based programming for children, youth, and seniors, and others to address isolation and foster positive physical and mental health and overall well-being. The East Effort project actively involves community members in the planning and implementation of initiatives. I have been providing a community voice from the very beginning of this journey, and I feel privileged to be part of the team and to be here to accept this award on behalf of the entire team. My fellow community ambassador lead, Mr. Abdulatar, that you also have heard, for his amazing work and his contribution. Also, he provides the deep inner voice from the community to the decision-making table. This participatory approach ensures that the interventions are relevant and supported by those they are meant to be benefit, I think, which is a key essential part here. This community engagement fosters a sense of ownership and empowerment among residents. Therefore, a profound impact in the community is received. Thank you so much again. And I think Abdul would like to say a few words.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm incredibly honored to accept this award on behalf of East Effort Collaborative, TNO, FHC, Access Alliance, TNG, and Wood Green, and other grassroots community organizations and programs doing mental health services and other service navigation network. East Effort came to respond as a community project to ensure East Toronto residents have essential supports available. Health ambassadors like the ones I shared stage with, and they ensured that we have eyes and ears to the ground. We took this back to the backbone team that helps run this project smoothly, and service providers. We provided services that were needed by the community at the time when they were in dire need of them. Groceries, housing support, and primary care services. Also, mental health support services. We started calling seniors every week, checking in on them, and also providing emotional support to those in distress and those who need it. As a long-term resident of East Toronto, I can see its impact. We hope this recognition amplifies the importance of doing work at a community level, and we continue to receive sustainable funding. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and another round of applause, please, for the East Effort team. The next award we are giving out tonight is the Adriana Tetley Legacy Award, named after the Alliance's former CEO, who left a deep imprint not only on the Alliance, but also Ontario's health sector, or healthcare system. This award is meant to celebrate emerging leaders in the sector, leaders who also demonstrate Adriana's tenacity, feistiness, and dedication to advancing health equity through primary health care. Adriana is here somewhere. Adriana, if you could please stand so we can give you a wave.
This year's Adriana Tetley Legacy Award recipient demonstrates all these qualities. Tara Groves Taylor is the CEO of Community Health Caring Kitchener-Waterloo. The organization provides primary health care services to over, drum roll, 23,000 people in the Kitchener-Waterloo region. It is also one of the largest refugee healthcare centers in Canada. Since joining the organization, Tara has made significant contributions to improving the health and well-being of people facing barriers, including refugees, people experiencing homelessness, and those with mental health and substance abuse issues. She helped inspire the creation of the innovative Health Caring Pulse monthly advocacy e-briefing for providers, decision makers, advocates, and communities across Ontario to build system-wide support. Tara's perceptiveness and openness to new ideas has enabled her to build alliances, create innovative programs, and inspire confidence in solutions. And just like Adriana Tetley, who the award is named after, Tara demonstrates feistiness and tenacity. Determined and courageous, she is unafraid of challenges and moves past obstacles by building alliances and sticking to her values. Please join me in welcoming Tara Groves Taylor on stage to accept her award.
Okay, hopefully you can hear me. All right, I made it up here without tripping on my heels, so that was step one, right? I'll tell you what Tara is not good at is talking about herself. And before we came up here, I kept saying to my team, why am I so nervous? Why am I so nervous? I think that's why. So I just want to first acknowledge that it is June, and I wanted to acknowledge that we are, of course, celebrating both Pride Month and Indigenous History Month. I imagine that this is a very special time in Indigenous history as well, with the meaningful election of Wab Kiinu to being the first First Nations Premier. So, I am truly, truly honored to be nominated for this award. My team, of course, did it without my knowledge, and I was incredibly moved that they would do so. I had not met Adriana until tonight, and I'm so glad that I was able to. I did tell her that I creeped her a little bit, though. And what I found out about Adriana is that her passion, her tenacity, her commitment to health, equity, and community-based care certainly aligns with my own value-based leadership and passion for the type of work that we all do. Adriana advocated for primary care transformation, focused on social determinants of health, and had a focus on collaboration and partnership, which again really speaks to me and to my type of leadership. These all continue to be very pivotal areas of focus for all of us, especially today. And truth be told, all of us could receive this award. This is the kind of work that we do every single day. Transformative change is what we are all required to do every single day to meet the needs of the folks that we serve and that we are dedicated to serve and that we are called to serve, which all of us have been called to do this kind of work. I have to admit, I knew early on that I would probably be doing this kind of work my whole life. In grade 3, I don't know, I'm probably a lot older than some of you, but in grade 3, you were often asked to do a speech, a public speaking engagement in school. And you know, kids were coming in and talking about their summer vacation and their pet. My speech was on Bill 82. It was the bill to integrate students into the classrooms back in the 80s. And I have to admit, I think it was lost on most of the students and frankly, some of the teachers. But nonetheless, it was important to me. I had a best friend living next to me who was 10 years old and had Hurler syndrome. And to me, I didn't understand why we couldn't walk to school together, right? So Bill 82 for me represented an opportunity to be with my friend in school. I have to say, I've only been in this position for 2 years. I came into an incredibly supportive community in Kitchener-Waterloo. We're barn raisers in Kitchener-Waterloo. And so partnership and collaboration is at our core, and we're lucky for that. But I also was so lucky to come into the Alliance community. The support that I felt instantly from the Alliance was incredible. And Sarah, although I know I ask some really stupid questions, even today, she's always willing to answer them. And I think about the Jerry Maguire movie. My team, who's here with me tonight, completes me. I could not do any of this work without those 3 strong women sitting over there. And without, of course, the nearly 100 people that stand behind us with their commitment, their patience, their passion, and their tenacity. It was kind of funny. We also need a lot of humor. And earlier this week, even though the award's supposed to be a secret, my team wanted to tell me they were proud that I was receiving the award. And so Wajma was charged with getting me over to our location where they were celebrating this award. And so she comes into the office that I was working in, because we have 2 locations, and she said, "We got to go to Francis Street right now, like right now." And I said, "Okay, like what happened? Like did something happen? Like what? Like brief me." She's like, "There's a carnival." Yep. I said, "What? Like what are you talking about?" "There's a carnival. The landlord's sponsoring it. I really think that we need to show support." Okay? And the phone rings, and it's one of our managers, and she's like, "Tell Tara she has to get over here right now for the carnival." So I boot it over to the Francis Street location to get there before my 1 o'clock meeting. There's no bloody carnival anywhere to be seen, right? So I walk into the center, which was terribly quiet because everyone was in our community room, to a wonderful event to support me. And really, they're why I'm standing here, right? So it's kind of ironic. I mean, I think though, like the brilliance, the amazingness, the stories, the strength, the bravery that resides in this room, in this sector, in the Alliance, with our teams, is why we do this work. And I couldn't be more proud to be part of it. The current landscape in healthcare, I started about 30 years ago in healthcare, and it's very different today. The complexity, the acuity levels that we see are different. The mental health struggles, the drug toxicity, the homelessness, the challenges that we just have in living right now are not anything that I have experienced in my 30-year career. And so, you know, you pair that with being under-resourced, with asking people to do things that you wish you didn't have to. And you start to see how much more amazing it is than just the work. We are in a unique time. We are in a unique community, but we're in a unique time. The Ontario Health teams and Ontario Health in general has given us a unique opportunity as CHCs. We've been doing the work that they are building their platform on for years. And I think we need to be loud and brave and tenacious about telling them that. I think that team-based care, community-based care, all of the things, we've been doing it. We are successful at it. And we need to be advocating with that message as loudly and as often as we can. It is our time. I know this room is filled with brave people, and now is the time to be the most brave and take risks. Thank you again. I am beyond honored for this award. I want to once again thank my incredible team and thank the Alliance for their incredible support, and thank all of you who could be standing here right beside me to have the picture taken. So thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you, Tara. That was a wonderful speech. You know, typically I have a big hook to pull people off the stage, but I couldn't even move. I was mesmerized by what, I was absolutely mesmerized by what you said. I could totally see you at the age of 3 because you still have that baby face doing that speech. Thank you. We'll give it one more beautiful round of applause. Oh my goodness, in grade 3, wow. Our next Transformative Chair Award recipient is the Prescripted Alternatives Program, formerly known as the Safer Supply Program. Operated in Peterborough, 36-degree nurse-practitioner-led. This program is unique in a number of ways. It is the first prescriptive alternative program run by nurse-practitioner-led clinic, demonstrating that safer supply can be provided by nurse practitioners working in their full scope of practice. Yes, yes, or yes. In addition, Unlike other prescriptive alternative programs embedded in organizations in major cities, 360 NPLC operates in a smaller town of Peterborough, which unfortunately has faced higher than Ontario average drug poisoning fatality rates. Another important aspect of the program is its commitment to a peer-driven model of program planning that has carried through all stages of program development, implementation, and evaluation. The goal is to keep the individual goals to people who use drugs at the center of their care and help them connect with the healthcare and other supportive services. Let's turn to the screen to find out a little bit more.
Having a safer supply program in Peterborough means hope. With the growing drug toxicities across Canada, Peterborough has been particularly hard hit. We rank in the top 5 on an annual basis for drug poisoning fatalities in Ontario. So having this program start in this clinic in this city has been just a magical lifeline of hope for my community.
Strategically, NPLC was like accessible place to have this program. They've already been doing a lot of work to better connect people who are not usually able to access primary care, like getting them the care that they really deservedly really need, and they do it with, dignity and respect and autonomy.
This clinic has adopted a harm reduction philosophy from its early days, and so safer supply or prescribed alternatives as a tool in the kit really helps to, at its core, keep people alive. I think that the other aspect of it is that it really does help meet people who use drugs where they are and with the kinds of things they need.
The launch of this program was heavily rooted in community consultation. We have an active committee that is created from people that are on the program to help make decisions and guide and give us feedback about how we're doing here. In addition to that, there's a heavy emphasis on hiring people with lived experience to fill out the staff team. So we have anywhere from 50 to 75% of our staff team also identifies as having lived experience, and we bring that into the workplace with us.
We are not going to be strong unless we take care of our most vulnerable as a community. And in our worldview, taking care of community is also taking care of yourself, and taking care of yourself is also taking care of community.
That is our main success, is that every participant in our program has experienced a drastic reduction in overdose and drug poisoning since joining our program.
One of the inherent satisfiers for me as a clinician has been to see people's robust uptake of the whole range of primary care options that this program has provided.
The building of community here is one of the things that I'm most proud of. It's the building of community and safety and ownership of this place. It's building relationships with one another. It's building an actual trusting relationship with a healthcare provider, and that's often denied to people who use drugs.
People that I provide prescribed alternatives to have taught me a lot and have really helped me to understand sort of how to disrupt the sort of medical violence that the healthcare system does to people who use drugs, and what we really need is a robust uptake of understanding of the importance of safer supply programs to communities all across Ontario. And we need the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care to start adding funding for prescribed alternative programs to primary care teams in all different models.
We are funded to be a small program, 50 people max, and this is a city that has thousands of people that desperately and urgently need access to services like these.
See all of our friends get to a place where our other friends will never get to go because they're gone, they're past, and then they lost their fight. And I don't know, it's really bittersweet, but that's what keeps me showing up and doing our best and you know, walking that good path and trying to help our friends walk along with us. That's what it's about.
Wow. I love everybody's heart tonight, right? Whether you were in grade 3 or in Peterborough. Please help me welcome on stage Carol King, Prescriptive Alternative Program Manager, and Makwa Gilziz, Prescriptive Alternative Program Systems Navigator. Please put your hands together. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Woo! Looking fabulous, by the way. Yep. Right here. Oh no, where are you running to? There you go. Stay right here. No, don't get to escape that easy.
I'm just gonna make these shorter. Hey everyone, thank you. I'm Carolyn, and this is Makwa from Peterborough Safer Supply, or Prescribed Alternatives Program. Will say that my speech in elementary school was not about a bill. I think it was about my cat. So that's the level of healthcare professionalism I'm bringing here. It is super nerve-wracking, I think, for us both to be standing up here. We are people who identify as people who use drugs or people with lived experience, and coming and speaking and accepting an award at a healthcare conference is a pretty big. Not going to swear today in this moment. It's a big fucking deal for us, and we're really happy for it. Fuck it.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Every time.
Should I read this? Or just leave it at fuck it? Yeah. Did write a little thing because I figured I'd get up here and freeze. So the Safer Supply 360 team would like to express our heartfelt thank you for this award. The entire team, we're just 2 people, we are a tiny team and only a tiny amount of us could come, has worked with passion and dedication to build a program that is guided by and serves the needs of people who use drugs in our community to the best of our ability. We thank the Health Canada Substance Use and Addictions Program for both the funding and the trust they have placed in us to design and deliver programming that best reflects the needs and wishes of our community. We thank our tireless local champions and our network of allies across Ontario and Canada who continue to support and sustain the passion of our work. We wish to extend a very special thank you to the Pioneer Safer Supply programs who started before us. And have been so incredibly generous in sharing their knowledge, experience, and solidarity with us. We truly could not have built our program without that generosity. Finally, we would most like to thank our local community of people who use drugs, who bring both the expertise and the fierce heart into this program. We are so incredibly grateful and privileged for the opportunity to work together in the face of the growing drug policy crisis in this country. We are especially, thank you. We're especially grateful to stand in solidarity with our urban and reserve Indigenous contributors and participants who bring their brilliance and resilience into our program on a daily basis.
Miigwech.
It's so long. It's so long.
Thank you again for the amazing and incredibly challenging work that you do. Congratulations. The next award we will be presenting is named after a prominent leader, Denise Brooks. For more than 25 years, Denise Brooks was the executive director of Hamilton Urban Core Community Health Center. Denise had a long history of social advocacy, community service, and development in the city of Hamilton, and is remembered for her commitment to health equity and social justice. The award celebrates individuals who have made outstanding contributions to poverty reduction, advancing health equity and social justice, and show a strong commitment to anti-oppression and anti-racism.
And this year's recipient is Florence Indenzeboho. Did I say that correct? Indenzeboho? Boro, forgive me. A couple months ago, Florence left her position as CEO at the Center of Francophone de Grand Toronto. Been working on my accent. This multi-service center, located in the Greater Toronto Area, serves as a hub and a primary support center for Ontario of Francophones from around the globe. Under Florence's leadership, the organization has experienced a rapid growth and expanded its community outreach. Over the past 4 years, the Centre Francophone de Grand Toronto has opened new offices in Mississauga and Scarborough and established a reception agency at Pearson Airport. How's that? Florence co-founded the Mouvement d'Ontariennes des Femmes Immigrantes Francophones de l'Ontario, Ontario Movement of Francophone Immigrant Women of Ontario, in 2021. She is also actively involved in various organizations, like she doesn't have enough to do, including the Université de Toronto Français, the Ensemble de la Francophone de l'Ontario, the Comité Consultif National en Établissement Francophone, and the Table National en Immigrants Francophones. Ouais. C'est magnifique, c'est incroyable, c'est fantastique. Je t'aime ça. Ouais. Quand je suis petit, j'allais à l'école française, mais maintenant j'oublie beaucoup parce que when I was in grade 3, I went to French immersion. Hey! In 2019, Florence was named one of the top 100 most influential Black women in Canada. Last year, she received a Boreal Award for her inclusive effort at the Centre Francophone de Grand Toronto and her substantial community and volunteer contributions. I could go on, but let's hear from Florence herself. Join me in welcoming Florence to the stage. Where is she? Where?
Whoa. I'm overwhelmed. I'll start my address in French, of course. Je suis très honorée d'être ici avec vous ce soir. Très heureuse de revoir mes collègues, Liben, tout le monde, bonjour. Ça fait plaisir d'être avec vous et vraiment très honorée de recevoir ce prix qui représente le travail de nous tous ici, tous qui travaillent. Alors, je vais continuer en anglais. I'm very honored and humbled to receive this award. After someone that I regarded to for the longest time, Denise, she was really, I was working in Hamilton at the time at Hamilton, Centre de Santé de Hamilton, Niagara, and I always regarded her as like the queen. She was able, at that time, like talking years 2000, she would come in a room, she would challenge everybody about discrimination and racism and all these concepts that, at least me, could not even dare talking about those issues. Now we can, I think, but at the time, Denise was the one. If you wanted someone to speak about equity, deserving groups, you pushed Denise and then you stayed behind. And she did it. I wish she was here to hear what we are saying about her. So my journey is also one of a personal journey. I started this journey in healthcare a long time ago. Don't guess my age. But I'm not young at all. And it was in 1994 that I suddenly became a refugee. I was in Burundi, going on with my life, dreaming to become a prominent lawyer in Burundi, and all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, there was a war, and all of a sudden my family was in danger, so I had to escape with a baby who was 3 months old at that time. It was a very hard time. I became depressed. It was hard. Found myself in Canada, long story short. Met eventually Robert Bisson, that many of you know, who was my former ED at Centre de Santé Communautaire in Niagara. And he became my mentor, took me in, believed in me. I was a refugee. I was looking for French language services. There was none. I was told because I'm an immigrant, I have to go to Anglophone agencies, but I was like, no, I speak French. So even if I'm a refugee, I should be served in French. So eventually that became my fight for the rest of my career and still going on. For me, that's where it started. I wanted that no one else would ever feel the way I felt being denied services. And that's how it started for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's how it started. That's how it started for me, and I'm sure for all of you, you could tell us stories how you started this journey. And I always referred back to that journey when I was a CEO at Centre Francophone. Things would get hard. I always remembered, why am I here? And I'm sure you always ask yourself the same question. And eventually my fight became, how do we make sure that Francophones in Ontario are integrated? Because Francophones in Ontario come from all backgrounds, they come from all countries, and we're getting more and more Francophones. Some of them are Black, all kinds of races, many races, but also many backgrounds. And the fight I had with all of my colleagues here has been to make sure that Francophonie is recognized in its diversity, that we bring services to Francophones that would recognize the differences, and also, of course, having the lens of equity, making sure that everybody's get the services they deserve. So I think I want to say maybe for me a definition of equity, which you all know, is the fairness and justice, and is distinguished from equality. Because whereas equality means providing the same to all, equity means recognizing that we do not all start from the same place, and we must all acknowledge and make adjustments to imbalances. The process is ongoing, requiring us to identify and overcome intentional and unintentional barriers arising from bias or systemic structures. And I think this definition is important because we are all in the field, and I am still in the field even if I left Centre Francophone. It's important that we all put in place measures, or we advocate for measures that will close the gap between the imbalances that are arising here and there in our work. And I'm very, very thankful for the work you do. I admire you. I could only stay in the field for 6 years because I became tired. But thank you so much for continuing the work. And as much as I can, I will admire you, I'll cheer for you, and I'll be here to support you if you need my services. Thank you so much.
One more time, please, for Florence and Denze Bohoro. I see what's happening here. All of you are giving amazing speeches so you can take my job next year. That's what's happening. Well, best of luck. I'm not going out without a fight. The next Transformative Change Awards goes to Niagara Helps program. Run by Quest Community Health Center in St. Catharines. HELPS stands for Homelessness Emergency Liaison and Peer Support. Hello. I think we have a theme emerging. What do you think? Just like the other two Transformative Change Award recipients, the key ingredient to Niagara Helps is engaging people with lived and living experience to build trust, create connection, inspire hope. This peer support program works with people experiencing homelessness who attend the emergency departments at Niagara Health Hospital and at its St. Catharines and Niagara Falls sites. Peers support clients with system navigation, advocacy, and connecting them to the services in the community. Niagara Helps program enables coordinated care among providers to support continuity of care and to offer wrap-around services. I love that, right? It not only reduces reliance on hospital and emergency services, but most importantly provides the health and well-being of people experiencing homelessness. Let's watch the video and learn more.
The Niagara Helps program is really special to Quest. It is the Homelessness Emergency Liaison Peer Support Program, Niagara Helps. And we are situated in 2 of the emergency departments in Niagara Health. And we have peers with lived and living experience of mental health, addictions, homelessness. And those peers are embedded in the emergency departments and different places in the community to support clients who maybe don't have the support or have not been able to access the care that they've needed.
A lot of our clients will come to the ER already feeling apprehensive. They've either perceived or not perceived a great deal of stigma in the past for being either an addict or any of the mental health. We've been able to bridge that gap a lot, relax and build the trust that they understand that we're going to represent them as they would represent someone else.
I mean, I feel like having similar experiences to somebody else kind of breaks down a wall that may have been there to begin with. And it immediately, just right off the bat, gives a sense of trust that may not be with somebody who is in uniform or a medical professional.
A lot of times what I'll say is the peer support navigators, as much as they're providing support to the client, they're also offering translation. The client has never really navigated the healthcare system before, so they may not know exactly what to say. And our healthcare system doesn't necessarily have a good connection with what's going out on the street in the community.
It's something that I'm very proud of is the amount of advocacy we're allowed to do with the medical staff. We've been able to work incredibly with the staff and the management team on the stigma and the advocacy towards that.
So the peer support encourages coordinated care between and amongst providers in order to increase continuity of care and provide comprehensive wraparound service.
And that's what Quest is all about. It's the individual is in the center, and we wrap those services around the individual based on their needs and their wants.
So what we do is work collaboratively so those individuals feel included, and how we can better assist them in the community so they don't have to keep presenting to the ED. So if we have an individual that's coming to the emergency department every day that doesn't have primary care, we would look to do a warm transfer from the Niagara Helps and the peer program. I would come in and do an intake, identify what their healthcare goals are, and then warm transfer them to our general service team downstairs.
We meet you where you're at, and we help along the way. It's a safe, unconditional type of relationship. We just accent and listen.
And now I'm here and I'm with you, and we're having a conversation about what you could do with your life, or what your next steps are, or what your goals are for today. Can be really empowering for both the client and for myself.
The way that the team embraces that, and the way that the team is just willing to help whoever, whenever, wherever, to me is our biggest success. We've built a wonderful team of peers through our Niagara Helps program. They all support each other inside the workplace and outside of the workplace.
The Peer Symposium was an amazing event. We came together and were able to first network, join in community, and talk about all the issues and education around peer support, about what we do, what our community's like, how we're supporting each other.
When I think of the success of the program, I think about how the success has impacted the clients, the service providers, the peers, and the community.
I feel like for me, program successes are the little things, like getting somebody housed for a night, or getting somebody food, or picking them out a new outfit that I took the time to match, and then seeing the joy on their face when they get this new outfit, and give somebody the hope to potentially grow and change and know that they can do something.
Miracles happen in different places. The miracles that happen along this road are life-changing.
Yes, please help me keep the applause going, and welcome to the stage the Niagara Helps team. Woo! There they are. Hey! Oh, and the baby. Another round of applause. Yeah. Well, I'm a grandma, so I can hold the baby while you're doing the speech.
Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. We're going to split our time up. I just wanted to highlight that as much as this program helps people in the community, our clients, and also the hospital system, I found it very invaluable to my own journey. I just wanted to share a quick proverb that I've heard, and it was, if you want to run fast, then run alone, but if you want to run further, then run together. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to share as well, peer support has given me the opportunity to take a kind of negative experience from my past and some struggles, and to use that in a positive light, and helping someone else who might be going through a similar thing. I'm really grateful to be a recipient of this award, and I hope that this is kind of a sign that there's going to be some more implementation of peer support in all areas of healthcare. So, thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you as well. I think The big thing is that coming from homelessness and then now seeing that I have my baby up here and everything is a big deal, and I just wanted to say thank you guys.
When I was in my deepest despair, alone, in the dirt, I never imagined in my wildest dreams that I could be in here in front of you with this amazing team. This is a journey that started with hope, love, compassion, and empathy. My community surrounded me, and my community walked me through my journey. Thank you very much for this award. It'll go a long ways.
I've been tasked to share some words from one of our peer support navigators who is unable to attend tonight. Her name is Jen. You saw her in the video. Hopeless, lost, and empty. A moment of hope, a feeling of belonging, growing, changing, giving back. So grateful to be part of a group who is changing and creating change each and every day. Thank you.
I am Nancy Garner. I'm the Executive Director of Quest Community Health Center, and I have the privilege of working with these amazing individuals here with me on this stage, and I just want to give them a big round of applause one more time for the incredible work they do each and every day. I just want to thank the Alliance for selecting our program as a Transformative Change Award. I want to congratulate all of the nominees and the award winners. Together, we are co-designing the future of primary care in Ontario. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations once again. I had the privilege of having lunch with this group earlier today, and it was so wonderful to hear about their program. So one more big applause.
And not to steal your thunder, but I started my speaking career as a teenage mother and peer support person 32 years ago. Where someone believed in me enough to let me use my voice and inspire my peers. I became the spokesperson for a teenage pregnancy prevention program while I was with my baby, and 30 years later, 34 years later, I am still speaking and inspiring youth, so I was brought to tears by your organization. Thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you, Coco. That allowed me to compose myself for the next... This is what I meant about moving presentations. So the next award, the Joe Leonard Award, is the highest honor given by the Alliance for Healthier Communities. Named after the first executive director of LAMP CHC, this award recognizes individuals who have demonstrated extraordinary leadership, commitment, and support for creative solutions to accessible, high-quality, and affordable health care.
The person we are honoring tonight embodies all of these qualities and more. Brian Dokas, former CEO of Southwest Ontario Aboriginal Health Access Centre. Up until recently, Brian had been leading the Southwest Ontario Aboriginal Health Access Centre, also known as, is it SOHAC? SOHAC. Brian joined SOHAC 25 years ago. He was in grade 3. When 10 Aboriginal health access centers were established in Ontario to deliver Indigenous-governed, cultural-based healthcare services to First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples across the province. Yes, 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 yes. Under his leadership, SOHAC has grown to include 6 locations across Southwest Ontario in London, Newbury, Owen Sound, Waterloo, Wellington, Windsor, and the Chippewas of the Thames First Nations Reserve. Last year, SOHAC celebrated its 25th anniversary with the official opening of a new, larger building in London. Yes. Operating from a holistic Indigenous health framework, SOHAC encompasses a wide range of services, including traditional healing, primary health care, health promotion services, cultural programs, community development initiatives, and social support services. Since the 10 Aboriginal Healthcare Access Centers were launched 25 years ago, Brian was an active member of the Executive Leader Circle that later grew into the Indigenous Primary Healthcare Council, a key voice in advancing Indigenous primary healthcare services throughout Ontario. Along with other Indigenous elders, Brian sat on the board of the IPHCC. All these achievements have been possible thanks to Brian's leadership, his vision, his unwavering commitment to improving the health and well-being of Indigenous peoples and communities with cultures at the center. His ability to bring people together, grow relationships, foster partnerships, and do things in a good way. Before we welcome Brian to the stage, we have something very special. I would like to invite Elder Jimmy Dick and Marie Gaudette, to perform a blanket ceremony. The First Nations blanket ceremony is a deeply meaningful and culturally significant honoring among many Indigenous communities in North America, particularly among the Plains tribes such as the Lakota, the Dakota, the Nakota, and Cree. In this ceremony, a quilt or blanket is gifted to honor an individual or family for a significant achievement, milestone, or to commemorate a special occasion, such as a birth, marriage, or graduation. The act of gifting a blanket symbolizes not only the warmth and protection of the blanket itself, but also the support, love, and solidarity of the community. Now, during the blanket ceremony, we ask that you refrain from consuming alcohol. Photos and videos are welcome. Once again, let's welcome to the stage Elder Jimmy Dick and Marie Gaudette.
We need the recipients. And the blanket. Sure. Oh, me. Ani Bojo Minadora Makwena Dishakaz Mishikero Dem. I'd like to say Chimigwech for taking this time, IPHCC for honoring Brian in this way, in our traditional ways. This blanket has representation of many things. You know, when we first come into this world, and as our parents provide that blanket of warmth for us, and as we move through our lives, and we in the different transformations, those blankets are incorporated into honorings. And as we honor Brian tonight in this transformation, as he moves forward, and giving thanks for the work that he has done, and the work that he's still going to be doing, and that is this understanding of which the honor that we give to a person in this way. So I just want to say Chimigwech for going along with us. I'm not sure if other words are going to be spoken, or we do the song first. We are going to do a song to honor him too, as in this transformation.
Miigwech, everyone. I also wanted to share, I know that we talked about the Joe Leonard Award being the highest honor that you can bestow upon somebody, but us doing a blanket ceremony with an honor song is one of the highest honors we can bestow on our individuals. And Brian brings decades of experience, and even though I'm not super young, but I still remember Brian when I was younger, being a trailblazer on many things that we did for equity and inclusion, and always ensuring the rightful space, and to ensure that we had Indigenous house in Indigenous hands. I don't think Brian understands how much of an impact he's had to many generations and to many individuals yet to come. And to see, we often joked of Brian having the Southern dynasty, because he really did build a dynasty, and we all hoped and dreamed to have something similar to what he was capable with his team to build. So we are strongly honored, and we strongly stand with Brian, and even though we blanket him right now in the respect and the honor that we show, the blanket also is a symbol that we will always continue to walk with him and blanket him in comfort and security, as our elders mentioned as well. And then I'm going to turn it over to Connie to say how much Brian meant to us as a sector.
Tonight we gather not only to celebrate accomplishments, but to express our deepest gratitude to someone whose dedication has made an indelible mark on the landscape of Indigenous health in Southwest London. Brian Dokis, your commitment to the well-being of Indigenous communities is nothing short of inspiring. In a world where disparities in healthcare access and outcomes persist, your unwavering dedication to the improvement of Indigenous health stands as a beacon of hope. Through your tireless efforts, you have not only raised awareness, but you have actively worked to dismantle barriers that hinder the delivery of quality healthcare to Indigenous peoples. Your work transcends mere profession. It is a testament to your compassion, empathy, and respect for the inherent dignity of every individual. You have not only advocated for change, but you have been instrumental in implementing tangible solutions that have positively impacted countless lives. Beyond the countless hours spent in primary health care, you have been a champion for education, empowerment, and community engagement. Your leadership has inspired others to join the fight for health equity, creating a ripple effect that continues to spread far and wide. But perhaps what truly sets you apart is your ability to listen. You truly hear the voices of those whose struggles often go unnoticed. You've made it your mission to amplify these voices, ensuring that they are heard at every level of decision-making. Brian, your contributions to Indigenous health are immeasurable, and yet they are felt deeply by all those lives who you've touched. On behalf of the countless individuals and communities who have benefited from your work, I extend my deepest gratitude. Thank you for your unwavering commitment. On behalf of the IPHCC, this paddle is a symbol of your boundless compassion and your relentless pursuit of health equity for Indigenous peoples. May your legacy serve as a guiding light for generations to come. Chimegwech.
Ani Bijou. When I received word that I was selected to receive the Joe Leonard Award, I was extremely honored and privileged. My thoughts immediately went to Joe. I had the honor of knowing Joe in my early years through the Association of Ontario Health Centres, AOHC, which is now the Alliance. He was instrumental in providing support to myself and all the Aboriginal Health Access Centres early on in our development, and was one of the reasons many of us joined the AOHC at the time. Joe was very supportive of our goal of integrating culture into the delivery of health services to Indigenous people. Over the past 26 years, I often would reflect back on our accomplishments and how important his wisdom and advice helped me grow into my leadership role in serving our people. I retired this past March and often think back and admire all the Indigenous primary care teams, both old and new, and how we are improving access to culturally safe health care. For myself, it all started in 1998, and I can't think of a better way to go out than with this award. Again, I would just like to repeat how honored and privileged I am to receive this award. Chimegwech.
thank you to the elders for leading us in the beautiful ceremony. And once again, Brian.
Thank you, Brian, for this inspirational address and for all that you have done in the sector. And thank you to the elders for honoring Brian in such a special way. Thank you again to all of tonight's award recipients for your deeply meaningful work and for sharing your stories with us. Yesterday, we passed resolutions on peer support, harm reduction, and prescribed alternative programs. Tonight, we heard yet again how these programs save and change lives and why it's important for all of us to continue to advocate for their expansion. As we wrap up the evening, I want to acknowledge all of you who are working every day to build healthier communities across Ontario. As we heard today, this work builds connections and trust, inspires hope, and ultimately changes lives. I would also like to recognize the people who have helped make this evening a success. Special thanks to Five Line Media Production for editing the wonderful videos we saw today. And big claps. It is a genuine pleasure and inspiration to be with you all celebrating these amazing achievements. I hope Day 2 of the conference will present even more opportunities for collaboration, connection, and co-creation. And finally, special thanks to our wonderful MC, Coco.
Thank you, Aniko. It was a pleasure co-hosting with you. She kept us going. Hit it, DJ. The awards videos will be available on the Alliance website and the YouTube channel. And so if I could speak for all the individuals that you all help, maybe they would say this. As I lay me down, heaven hear me now. I'm lost without a cause, after giving it my all. Winter storms have come and darkened my sun, and after all that I've been through, who on earth can I turn to? I look to you, I look to you. Yeah. After all my strength is gone, in you I can be strong. I look to you. I look to you. Yeah. And when melodies are gone, in you I hear a song. About to lose my breath, there's no fighting left, sinking to rise no more, searching for that open door. See every road that I've taken led to my regret, and I didn't think I was gonna make it, so I lift up my head and I look to you, I look to you, yeah. And when all my strength is gone, in you I can be strong. I look to you. Hear a song, I look to you. My levees are broken, my world is crumbling, tumbling down on me. Oh, the rain is falling, defeat is calling. I need you to set me free. strength is gone. In you I can be strong. I look to you. I look to you, yeah. And when melodies are gone, in you I hear a song. I look to you. Health Alliance, I look to you. Thank you for all your dedication, for all your hard work. I remember being a teenage mom and needing services. I remember being at my wit's end and people like you believing in me. And now, it's time for dinner. So, before we begin, I'd like for us to take a moment and say thank you to the wonderful food that is about to be served, to all the people who nurtured it and prepared it and are putting it on our table. Thank you. I know you may have your own ways of giving thanks, so please take a moment to do so before you start the meal. If you have any dietary restrictions, please hand your ticket to the server at this time so they can provide you with your special meal. Enjoy the dinner, and I'll see you later on the dance floor.